Anyway, a couple years later, my husband got a letter, I guess a note and a Christmas card. You should go to Norway. And it was one of his high school classmates, and said this, your name is all over, meaning Olden, up on the street signs. And so then she was part of what they call a lag, which is a group that meets together of their own heritage together, or this place where they were eventually, or where they were born and came from. So we joined the Hudland Lag, and I still think that's about the best way to go, because you've got your agenda, and you ride mostly on a bus around the area that they want you to see. So we joined, and we went the first time in 2000, and we were just overwhelmed, because we didn't know if we were going to find all of our four sides, you might say, both my two sides of heritage and his also. But as it turned out, we found all of them, where they all came from. And it was really just kind of unbelievable that I, first of all, ever even got over there, and then that we should find, well, it was actually an island. And yeah, Karmøy Island is off of, if any of you have been to Norway? Okay. Off of Stavanger is where we went out from. Right, it's too little, but that was my great-grandfather's name, Hillesland, and it means exactly that. It's the hills and the land. And so we got on a hydrofoil boat that goes, we thought just nice trip across, boom, we were there. Yeah. It goes so fast. And so we get off and we said, oh, now what do we do? Well, you are here. The captain of the ship said, well, just like, go up the hill. He said, walk up the hill. And we didn't know what we were going to find. So here we go up the hill, four of us, Kathy and her ex. I have to say that. Yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, many people go through that. Anyway, so we walked up, and the first thing I saw, the bookstore, huge bookstore, the Hillesland Bookhandel. And that is that they are the bookstore. They handle books. I couldn't believe it. So, it was like, I said, can we find it? Where the name started. Oh yeah, someone will take you out there. Well, they piled four of us in a tiny little taxi, and here we go out in the country about, 10 or 15 miles, and we didn't know where we were going, but we found exactly the place where they had lived and raised their families. So this would be, my great-grandfather came from there. And he was one of four brothers that all came over together. And they, of course, most of them lied about their age so they could say they're old enough to travel by themselves. And he was very fortunate when he got into farming, learned from, a landowner, let's just say. So they worked for a while, and then he ended up with a huge farm. Now, I'll give you another little name. I don't know if you know that at all. Aneta, North Dakota, which would be out west of Grand Forks, if you're familiar with North Dakota. Maybe nobody is. Have you ever lived in North Dakota, any of you? A few, yeah. And we just think it's just fine when we live there. So all the things I've got up here they're kind of, I don't know where to start, because we've got them all mixed up now.
Probably the highlights, like we start here and do the direct class words and point out.
So do you want to take over for a while?
Well, if you want me to, I can.
Sure, okay. Now
Let me
we're
just-
gonna let her